Welcome back to Jammy D Media. Today we'll be reviewing these two Hellboy Steelbooks from the 2004 movie Hellboy and the 2008 movie Hellboy: The Golden Army, both of them directed by Guillermo del Toro. The guy's a master, he's a genius. What are they about? They're book adaptations based off Mike Mignola's comic book series. If you don't have them, go out and buy yourself the first basic one, which is Seed of Destruction. Very, very good comic book series. And very well adapted. Ron Perlman stars in this, Selma Blair's in this one. John Hurt's in it as well, the late John Hurt. He's really good at it as a professor who looks after Hellboy. If you like occultism, magic, you know, Nazis, demons, fucking everything, mystic powers, this is the comic book movie for you. I can't point to anything on my shelf that is like these movies. They're just so good. Golden Army sequel came in 2008, again directed by Guillermo del Toro. This is my first sideways steelbook, and I think it's one of the only sideways steelbooks that I actually have. I don't think this version took off very well, or whoever designed it is, you know, it didn't catch on, but really, really nice. So I'm going to open the first one up for you here and you can have a look at it. So you got your front cover here, and this was, I think, exclusive artwork done by Mike Mignola for a Comic-Con convention, maybe around 2004, 2005 or something like that. But that was a poster that you could get for going to it or buy it, I think. So they chucked that onto the steelbook. It looks great. I mean, red, black. It's kind of very minimalistic. It's really, really nice. So you open it up, and you got your disc. Boom. You got some artwork here in the back as well of like the Vision. It's a scene from the movie where Hellboy's in the future and is like the world's destroyed or whatever. Back of it has the Bureau of Paranormal Research and Defense or something, or investigation, whatever they are. The Paranormal Bureau, anyway, though, that's the symbol for I guess the company. It's not really a company, but it's an organization. Again, that sigil is kind of on the disc here as well. It's matte finished, very nice. A tenner on Amazon for this right now, still after all these years. It's a tenner, if not cheaper, if you're buying it second hand. That's astonishing to me, because these movies are amazing. In my opinion, I think they're amazing. You can't find a comic book movie quite out there right now that looks like it. They all kind of wish-wash together, but these use real props. You know, the practicality of them, they don't use as much CGI as, say, other comic book movies. They're like practical effects, is essentially what I'm saying. Ron Perlman puts in a very good performances, like a weird, eccentric, you know, demon dude trying to become more human, how to relate to humans. You know, he's a cigar-smoking, kitten-loving, sarcastically dry-driven person who's just, his motivations are kind of laxed, otherwise than that he's in love with a girl, basically, in it, Selma Blair's character, who's a fire spouter, a person, she creates fire or whatever. But really good movies. Check this out. If you haven't seen this movie and you're like, oh, comic book movies, they're all the same, go out and get these movies. They're around the time X-Men came out. I think that was 2001 or 2002 X-Men came out. And Spider-Man times. This is well before like Marvel kind of booted up their series of Iron Man and stuff. These came out. Really fucking good. Surprised we haven't had a third one by now, but that is sad. I know they've been working on it all the time on Twitter, saying there might be a chance if you just like this and retweet it, we might get you a third. We're in negotiations. Nothing happens, which is very, very sad. But so good, such a good movie. You know, it's just really, really good. Compared when you look back on it, especially, it's highly underrated movies. Golden Army, another beautiful looking fucking movie. There's a scene in this where they have like a giant plant monster. It's the last of its kind, and Hellboy has to like choose to kill it or whatever. And it's a very poignant moment where he shoots it or whatever, but like it's blood on screen, blood flows onto like all over New York City, and then it's like its blood kind of turns, you know, the landscape into grass and plants and flowers, and it's just fucking an eye-popping visual, because you're so used to seeing like Godzilla and whoever destroy fucking New York being destroyed a million times over on TV, but my god, is it not beautiful. Just one of the amazing scenes in it. Artwork inside, very, very nice. I'll give it to them that they don't mind creating space for themselves on this. Yeah, you get a lot of artwork on this. I know I knocked the thing of it, but wow, look at that. And it's all lengthways down, which is neat. They create space for themselves, do create space. The disc has artwork on it, very nice. Universal put this out So you know, there's loads of subtitles and special features and stuff. Universal are great for subtitles. Thank bless them. Artwork on the back, more sideways stuff. This is all kind of from the poster stuff. But it looks great. This is matte finish as well. There's a bit of debossing here on the Hellboy II Golden Army. Parts of this movie near the end take place in Armagh, County Ireland, supposedly. It's really good. There's a lot I could say about this movie, but essentially you gotta watch these things for yourself to see. It's just a really diverse cast. It's very diverse ideas. It's very fairy tale, occultist, dark movies, but they're still like rated, 12 or whatever. So they're toned dark, but they're not snapping people's necks like they are in Man of Steel. Like, things are dying, but they're not human things or whatever. So it doesn't really matter too much. When it comes to century movies, I guess they don't really care if fairy tale creatures or whatever are dying. But really good movies. Go get you some of this. This one here is not as cheap. This one's fucking 27 quid or something. I looked online just before I did this video. That's a tenner still. This is a nicer steelbook to that. I'm not basing them on the movies or whatever. I mean, they're actually, this is a good starter movie, and this is an excellent sequel. So, this is why I'd like to see a trilogy. And when these came out, people couldn't stop talking about them, and now nobody talks about these movies anymore. It's like Blade. Nobody talks about Blade anymore because they're somewhere in the middle. They weren't at the very start where Blade was the hard R, but they're not, in the cinematic DCU or whatever, Marvel DCU. So they're kind of stuck in the middle somewhere along there with Watchmen and things like this. These kind of movies that were comic book movies, they got their kind of applause and then they've just kind of disappeared. No one talks about them anymore. No one mentions, best comic book movies of all time. I won't say it's the best comic book movie of all time, but sets itself apart basically is what I'm trying to say. These movies aren't like any other comic book movie that you will find on your shelf out there right now. Doctor Strange is probably the closest thing, but that's stretching it, I think, to say that Doctor Strange is like these movies. It's not like these movies. There's magic in Doctor Strange, that's about it. But is there demons and, occultism and just all this kind of crazy. It's a mixture of like Nazi occultism in this one, and then there's like just fairy tale, high elves slicing each other's up, and fucking tooth fairies killing people left, right, and center. There's a scene in this where tooth fairies are like swarming around the room and they're just eating people to death. They're these tiny little things, and they're fucking picking people up and just gnawing at them. They're like piranha or something. It's amazing. Go watch it. Go watch it. These two movies, and they look so beautiful on Blu-ray. Really, really eye-popping stuff. The colours. Abe Sapien's blue, Hellboy's red. The fire from Selma Blair's character. The Golden Army at the end of this are actually like these cogged, made of gold robots or whatever. The high elf, the choreography, the fashion that they put in it, the clothes, and everything. The use of practical effects in it. I mean, you can go on and on and on about how good these are compared to other fucking CGI trash messes out there that call themselves comic book movies. But these are fantastic and fantastically cheap, and there's only two of them. And the steelbooks are as cheap as they are to get them normally. Tenner for this, fucking 25 for that. Go get you some of this. It's amazing. So that's all I have to say on these two right now. I'm sure I'll come back to them and kind of break down the movies, what I like about them more and more in a future video. But for now, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe for more content, and I'll see you again very, very soon.